Well, I've done it again. Hey YouTube, Travis here, and it's a beautiful, beautiful, crisp winter day here in Pennsylvania. And I have another car. Every winter I like to get a winter beater. I'm really into front-wheel drive snow drifting, you know, handbrake turns and all that. And last year I had that ratty old CRX, which was incredible fun. And this year, this car kind of came to me actually. A friend of mine said that his mom's coworker abandoned a car on his lawn, and it was this, and I came out to take a look at it and got in touch with the owner, and they didn't really want to have anything to do with it, so they let me have the car for the price of the title transfer, which was $50 basically. And then I gave a little finder's fee to my friend, which I'll show you here in a minute. And it is what it is. This is a 1992 Honda Accord in that horrible brown color they continue to make cars in. This goes on the laziness of some people, so I guess they must have hit something at some point. Instead of fixing the mirror, you know, getting a new mirror or whatever, they just put another little one right here, which works, but it's kind of like, alright, well, if you're going to go through the trouble of getting a new little mirror, why don't you just replace the thing? It can't be that expensive. These are Goodyear tires. They all have decent tread. They were all aired up to the right air pressure when I went to go check that out. I mean, cosmetically it's not that great, but this little car is not that bad. I like these older Hondas. They have a certain charm to them. You can see, oh yeah, so I went to go put air in these tires and they had little nubs right there, and I went to this back one right here, and I guess at one point someone must have gotten a little frustrated. They couldn't get the air hose in there, so they kind of just tore this whole chunk out. Whatever. But let's go ahead and take a look at this interior real quick. Yeah, there's one downside of this car. Big downside. Automatic. Yeah, I really don't like driving automatics, but for 50 bucks, you know, what are you gonna do? It's given me a good opportunity to work on my left foot braking, so that's been fun. This guy has 163,000 miles. I've put about 50 miles on it since I got it. This car sat for more than 6 months, and I put a fresh battery in it and checked the oil, and it fired right up, which is actually pretty cool. I went ahead and put some HEAT, H-E-E-T treatment in there, and some fresh gas, because it had half a tank of 6+ month old gas in it. And when you get gas that old, water separates from the gasoline because it's got ethanol in it, and that can freeze your fuel lines and all that nasty stuff. But honestly, I mean, this interior is pretty clean. It's that lovely burgundy, that early 90s burgundy. Radio works, got one of those little cassette adapters in there so I can play my phone music through it, and air conditioning works, and heat works great. Like I said, this thing is it's pretty clean. Handbrake works great, which is, for what I'm going to be using it for. It does have an airbag. That was pretty cool. Oh, I would love to have those seat belts that go, buckle you up. But on one hand, a airbag is not a bad trade-off at all. I can dig an airbag. Now, I'll start it up real quick. This is not a cold start. I was just running the car. It's got its little quirks. Every once in a while, when you start it up, the D4 light will blink. And from what I've read online, that's usually a speed sensor. And when that happens, the check engine light also comes on. But that phenomena is intermittent, so I'm not going to worry about it for now. Like I said, the car runs and drives fine. The reason the previous owners were willing to give it up was they said the transmission was, quote unquote, pretty much dead. And it's not. I've been driving this car for 3 days. I've been, I drive it hard, I drive it normally, I'd shift it through all these. There's nothing to lend me to believe that this transmission is on its way out. It does shift hard, second, third, or even just park, bam, and you feel it. There you go. Cool. Literally 1 hour before I'm recording this video, that brake lamp light came on. So I guess that's something else I had to do. Now, this car wasn't perfect when I got it. It had a big crack across the windshield here. Something hit it when it was sitting. So I just got back from the windshield place. That's why this is so clear right now. That being said, I'm also on my 10-day grace period for Pennsylvania inspections. I gotta get it. Got 7 days left now to get it inspected. And it's been inspected, since 2003 in the state of North Carolina. It's never been PA inspected. Now, they have more lenient inspections down there, so we'll see. But this car has a new exhaust, muffler, radiator, and a bunch of other new parts that the previous owner put on it just before they dumped it. So I'm confident. I mean, the tires are good, the brakes feel great. We will see. But yeah, it's idling nice and smooth right there. Oh, and the temperature gauge is working. Most of the time, this doesn't. It just hangs out right down there at cold, and eventually it'll be a little erratic. This car might need a new thermostat, don't know. But like I said, it's been running and driving just fine. Also being a North Carolina car, that means this thing has minimal rust. Which is very exciting for me. Rarely do you see one of these older cars that doesn't have, like the rocker panels rusted out or something. But, overall, for the price of basically nothing, that nice clean new muffler right there, this thing's not too bad. It's going to serve me pretty well this winter. I'm having a lot of fun with it. And then, in a couple months I'll sell it off and move on to the next thing. So my friend tipped me off that this car was in his yard, so I figured a nice little finder's fee might be these American Spirit cigarettes that he likes to smoke. I got him one of every kind. This is about $35 worth of cigarettes, but that's what he does, so I figured that'll brighten his day a little bit. So here's an engine shot. Now, I did notice there's some oil on top of the valve cover there, but like I said, I haven't seen anything fresh underneath, and for all I know, that could be oil leakage spillage over a decade. And I've been checking the oil on this every day. It's been good. All these Walmart never start batteries in here. But yeah, completely stock. I'm gonna leave it that way and just drive around this nice car this winter.